female equivalent. And then there is hentai, which would be heterosexual, and maybe some octopi. That said, we wrote this song, and I will now sing it for you a cappella. It's called the Yaoi song, in parentheses, we're not gay. And you'll hear in the bridge, not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay, here we go. And you know, if you find a rhythm, or I find a rhythm, you can feel free to sing along or clap along. Okay, let me find out. Walked into the Yaoi room and saw something obscene. 300 hot young girls were staring at the screen. Naked and mated and engaging in foreplay. Those girls assumed that scene applied to Q and J, but we're not gay. No, we're not gay. We know that lots of you will be in fangirl bliss. If you would get to see Wolfwood and Axel kiss. But that won't fly with us, no matter what you say. Our private parts remain very far away. No, we're not gay. Here comes the bridge. Now, no, we're not saying there's anything wrong with that. But for that kind of scene, we simply do not bat butt slap. I got to do that. Wait, there's more. Outside, we've seen you all cosplaying with yourselves. Dressed up like ninjas, pirate whores, and magic elves. You text, you glump, you squeak, you love your anime. Girls are boys, boys are girls, and baby, that's okay. Hey, but we're not gay. No, we're not gay. No, we're not H-O-M-O-S-E-X-U-A-L spells gay, homosexual, not our way, but that's okay. Let's have a gay old time.
Like the Flintstones.
Wilma! I'm just going to take the temperature of the room. It's, Damon? Is it Damon?
Yes.
You really didn't know what that song meant, right? Did you like the melody, though? A little bit? Sort of? You know, whatever, right? So, just saying. He's like, huh, whatever. So if you guys are like, yeah, but maybe, you know, young mind, and no. Some of those words, I mean, God, I didn't even learn them until I was in college. Some of them I'm still learning. Or, as we said about even that word yaoi, duh. Everybody afterwards were like, are you so dumb you don't know what yaoi is? Yeah. I don't speak Japanese. Barely speak English. So, anyone, now, has that performance inspired anyone to ask me anything? Yes?
Can I ask if there have been any funny moments at conventions?
Besides the Yaoi?
That's the funniest one. I mean, it's just so absurd. You know, we've had a lot of fun at the conventions. Like you guys, first of all, I want to thank you for waiting extra because I was running behind. And it's always fun, it's always a good time. I love seeing you guys dress up. I love your passion for what there is. In terms of, I can't stop looking at the nurses, I'm sorry. And because, you know, I can't see their eyes at all. I have no idea where they're looking and I'm worried for them. Are they breathing? Yet they're probably zombies of some sort, so they're not living, but they're living. The weirdest thing that happened is I had a horrible convention in Phoenix one time, and they kept promising me a room. Like a hotel room, which is pretty normal when you show up. I gotta have some place to stay. But me and three others and I, the whole day we're going from panel to panel and signing to signing, and there was no air conditioning anywhere. And by the time they got us to our hotel room, which was about 12 hours later, they then gave us a call about 5 hours later at 6 a.m. the next day, and they said, your ride is here. I said, it's 6 a.m., man, for what? They go, your hotel is ready. I'm in a hotel. This is the wrong hotel. All right, so I gather my things, I go down, we go over to the other hotel, which is the first hotel we went to, where our rooms weren't ready and there wasn't any air conditioning. We go up to the counter. How are you? We're here for our rooms. What rooms?
Uh-oh.
They said our rooms are ready, and oh no, check-in's not till 10. We don't have any rooms for you.
My heart goes out to you.
Yeah, me too. Needless to say, the rest of the convention kind of went that way, and I've never been back. So, lots of fun. Aside from that, I mean, I don't know that I've seen anything more unusual than you guys have. It's all kind of standard quota, standard fare. Some of the actors and actresses, depending on whether or not they imbibe, may get a little rambunctious. Hey, perhaps at a rave you've been to, you've seen some things go on that you wouldn't see on the normal streets of Calgary. Hey? Yep. And I've seen it too.
4 minutes.
4 minutes? Oh,
yeah, and then we sign.
All right, 4 minutes and then we'll sign. Okay, let's do you, and then you, and then you on the fence. We'll do, I think we can get you 4. Do you have a question or you don't? Well, you're going to be last, just so you know. What do you think about it? So you were first? Okay, yes.
For anyone who's considering getting into voice acting, anything just to kind of keep in mind, last minute kind of thoughts, words of wisdom?
Yes, excellent question. I'll tell you how I did it. I mean, there's many paths to whatever your goal is in life. And if you do want a career in voice acting, it's always good to have a demo. How do you get one? You can go online and look that up. But for me, it's always been getting some direction, taking some voiceover workshops, which I did do for commercial voiceover, direction for that, animation, and would-be video game now, direction, perhaps anime if they have that. But always be acting. Improv classes are awesome. I've got a load of improv background and sketch comedy that I'm really passionate about. That helps. Regular acting, theatrical acting, dramatic acting, if you want to call it that. Plays, also because of the way technology is today, like everybody can shoot a movie on their phone. You may have friends who have projects, and if you are interested and passionate and you say, I don't have the money to take a class, at least get involved in the creative process and start working on someone's project, taking on a role, looking up voice actors or actresses that you like their careers, and you can go find their demos online. If you go to, I think it's called voicebank.net, or you look up an actor or an actress and find out who their agent is, then you will find their demo on their agent's website. Like, I just put up a new animation voiceover demo, and I kept it short, it's 90 seconds, and it's on my agency, William Morris Endeavor, Los Angeles. So if you go there and then you click on Men, Animation, Quinton Flynn, you'll hear my 90-second demo. And you go, oh, okay, all right. Now how did I get there? One step at a time. And I'm still doing it to this day, which is why I just gave them this demo a week ago. So that's a lot of information, but you get it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Okay, who's the second question? Yes, you.
Has any of your fellow voice actors trolled you, like on phone?
Have you ever done what?
If they ever trolled you?
Trolled me?
Yeah,
On the phone?
I guess.
No.
Okay.
No.
But in real life?
In real life? No.
Okay.
I mean, I only learned about trolling through the internet. Like someone was like, if you keep commenting on people's posts or saying nasty things or following them up or getting into conversation, you're a troll. Is that right? No? Somebody define it.
It's basically people who say negative things on your phone over the internet with the sole purpose of getting a reaction out of you.
People who say negative things over the internet with the sole purpose of getting a reaction is a troll. There we go. It's been properly defined. So now I know what it is. I try not to do that unless somebody, says something where I go, ah! And then I think, but I wouldn't be called a troll. I might be called upset. Because I don't do it habitually. I try to stay as positive as possible and spread as much love as I can. But no one has trolled me, thank God. And no one pranks each other. We really all love each other, and that's what it's all about to me, is giving the love, because then you are in love. Just in that act, saying hello to somebody, being kind to somebody, sharing something with somebody, and being a good person, that is an action. To love is a verb. So if I am loving, then I am in love. And with what anybody decides to do with that, information or action is up to them. But then I can still be in a good place and put my head down on the pillow at night and feel like I've been a good person. So, there's a third question in the back. Yes, sir?
My question was kind of, so I understand that a lot of games and even movies and all that sort of stuff is all scripted, and you're given the script and you have to work within that boundary. I'm just sort of wondering, as a voice actor, how much liberty or how much liberty are you allowed to take with the script and with the nature of the characters or the voice? Do you get a lot of liberty sometimes, or just like none at all? How much control do you have as a voice actor over that character?
Excellent question. Well, it all starts in the auditioning process. When we're given certain direction about what they would require for the character, once I am cast in a role, the good news is that I've already given them something that they want or they like or they believe in that works for that role, that character, or that project. So once I'm on board, then they've got a script that they've worked hard to pound out, and as we're working through it, let's just say in an animated situation, perhaps an ensemble, most of the time it's very well written, and we just infuse it with what the truth of the character is in the situation, or the comedy, or the drama, and it works, and sometimes we're redirected. So the control I have is over what I put out, based on how I interpret it. Now, if I'm given different feedback, then I do have to be open to direction, bend me, shape me, any way you want me. And try not to parrot it, Everybody knows it's a song, right? Okay, good. That was not a direction or a request. But in doing so, then sometimes they're cool enough to say, hey, let's try one your way, any way you want it. And so we may get to improvise a little bit. Certain directors will allow you that room. And so we may add on a word here or there. We might say, maybe Timon might say it this way. Maybe he might say, I love grubs, instead of, I kind of like grubs. I'm displeased with grubs. No, you love them. Okay, I love grubs. So there is a little bit of that, and you learn that as you go through the process. And I ask questions too. Is it okay if I try this? Now you've got what you want, Paul McCartney might say it like this, hey, we're the greatest band in the world, always will be. You like that, Quinton? Where did you come up with that? Every interview I've ever done. Yes, I think you're the final.
What is this statement? Like, you're one of my all-time favorite voice actors, and if I had my grading sword, I would have given it to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, okay, so you're the burning desire. Last question.
Yes, okay. What do you like to get into it if you get into character? Like, what kind of characters do you find yourself gravitating towards? What do you like to do with them? Kind of some of this question, like, what do you like to bring to a character that's different than other actors?
We're all individuals, so every one of us has a unique story. The story I have is the story of my life, and all the life experiences I have is what I bring to a character. So, depending on how that's laid out, I know from that place of an emotional experience or intellectual experience, comedic or otherwise, how to lay it out there. And sometimes it's also letting myself go. It's going back to playing, like I was talking about before, where if I'm really stuck in my head about a line, I might improvise before I deliver the line, and I call it a ramp up. Like, let's say I have to say, I don't know, please sign this autograph for me. And I'm stuck in my head, like, please sign this autograph for me. Please sign this autograph. Like, that's all I have in my head. I might do an improv with the guy. Let's say he's from New York, right? Like, please sign this autograph for me. I'm like, seriously, what are you doing? I'm driving a cab here. Where you go? Come on, move it. Oh, you stink. I can't wait to get off work. Please sign this autograph for me. Please sign this autograph for me. Stop it! Please sign this autograph for me. So you see, that way I've taken myself out of my head into a real moment where I'm doing this thing and I've kind of tricked myself, and then boom, I deliver the line, and I just gave you 3 different reads, 3 different emotions, And I know how it sounded to me, but to each one of you it'll sound like something different. And if 3 of you were producers sitting and you heard A, B, C, you'd then make a decision, we'd go, we like B, moving on. Thanks, Quinton. So that's how it goes. So, since that is our time, I am staying after here to sign autographs and do pictures,
I let them know how the autographs are going already.
Okay, great. Well, Rose has already done that. I'm going to start putting my pictures.
Should we move the table? Or?
Yeah, we're going to move the table so that you guys, the way it's going to work if you want to stay,